For Ghost Cult Magazine, I'm Mark, once again here with Dave Davidson. Revocation, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you, man?
I'm pretty fucking stoked, because this tour is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Is it as ridiculous as the lineup seems to be?
Yeah, it's an awesome lineup. Every band works together but brings something different to the table. Yeah, we're really happy to be a part of it.
Also celebrated Halloween as Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Why was that the choice for you guys this year?
You know, it was like a group text that went out. It all got lost in translation, and we all wound up as Spider-Man. You know, no, I just thought it'd be funny. I don't know. I like the goof of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just stupid. I just thought it would be hilarious.
Was it hard to play? Because I've worn those before, but you can't really see shit.
Yeah, and I got like the legit all spandex one, so it was like it was hard to play for sure. Like I had to cut the fingers off. I did a few things preemptively, like I cut the fingers off. I took a cigarette and burned holes in the eyes, so I could see. I figured if I ripped the holes, it would be like too frayed and shot. But I should have probably made the eye holes a bit bigger. Like there's, I think, some video footage of the show where I'm like constantly having to pull my mask down because it was like riding up as I'm headbanging and stuff. So I couldn't see anything for the majority of the set, and you know, it's hard to project when there's like a layer of cloth covering your mouth that's some kind of weird spandex, like polyester. So I felt like it was very, very claustrophobic, but it was a good time, and I think the crowd enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah. Well, you're obviously still touring Up Greatest Our Sin.
Yes.
And this year y'all have had some ridiculously cool moments, especially for you. So I know touring with Gorguts is always a cool deal for you.
Yep.
You got to play with Marty Friedman on tour for one night.
Yep.
So you're just like living the dream right now this year, man.
Everything's good. I've been very fortunate. This record, I think every record seems to open more and more doors for us, but this one in particular, we did a lot of rad shit, and I got to cross a lot of bucket list moments off the...
Why do you think it was this record as compared to the earlier ones that connected with more people?
I don't know. I think it's just time, and you know, we're not a band that's sort of like a flavor of the month. We pretty much do our own thing, which is I think, you know, why people embrace us. But at the same time, it's I think it just, we're kind of stuck in our ways in terms of how we do things and how we approach things. So maybe that takes a little bit more time for people to kind of come around or whatever, I guess.
The introduction of Ash didn't hurt.
Yeah,
he kind of killed it.
Yeah, Ash is amazing. That's probably really the reason right there. I don't know.
It's just Ash.
I mean, it's all Ash. No, he's awesome, and honestly, I mean, I think his drum performance on the record definitely brought a new dynamic to our sound.
Totally.
Something that I think really benefited us, because he's got, you know, an array of technical ability within the metal genre, but then he's got all these other influences outside of metal, so he's able to kind of, we've always kind of been an eclectic band where we have, you know, the death and thrash parts, but a lot of progressive stuff as well. And I think on those progressive parts, he can really shine, and I think he's the perfect drummer for the band right now.
Yeah.
He's just awesome. Yeah.
Well, just like him, you also have several influences. You post on Instagram playing acoustic and blues and all this all the time. Have you ever thought about a solo record? Is this something later on, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, people have been asking me that more and more.
Because you're awesome at guitar.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably in the back of my mind. For me right now, you know, I've got gigs that I'll do, so that kind of helps me scratch that itch. It's not like a recording, but I'm out there playing. I think a few days when I get home, after I get home from this tour, in December. I think it's December 6th. I've got a jazz gig. I'm gonna be playing for 4 hours at some holiday party with a saxophone player, an upright bass player. So I get to like I said, scratch that itch and perform a totally different genre. So it would be cool, you know, sometime down the line to collaborate more. I've been working with the saxophone player in Boston who's just a total monster. His name's Eric Van Dam. And we talked a little bit about maybe doing some recordings down the line. So it's probably too early to say with that. But I also have this other new band that I'm working on.
Oh hell!
So like that's taking up a lot of my creative focus right now, in addition to writing for Revocation.
Can you say anything about this new band, or is that all we get?
It's gonna be like we sort of started off as like, all right, we want to like use Virus as like a base for our sound.
Okay.
And then from there, it's developed out more and more and morphed into kind of its own thing. But vocally, it'll be all singing. There'll be no screaming. Yeah, and it just sounds like a weird kind of amalgamation of like avant-garde, like influences like Virus, and then like some cool hooky vocal melodies. Like some parts remind me of Alice in Chains.
Oh wow.
Some parts remind me of like Faith No More. The dude I'm working with, Luke, he's a Canadian. He lives up in Toronto. He's the guitar player for Ayahuasca.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with that band, they're like an incredible metal rock band, and it's a real pleasure working with him. He's super talented. And yeah, I think we have about like 7 songs written so far.
Oh, geez.
So we probably need like 3 more to go, and we'll have like a full length. So I'm probably saying too much right now because I have no idea when we're gonna get other members or think about recording. But that's been in the works. That's something I've been kind of quietly working on. So this is a Ghost Cult magazine exclusive.
Yes.
It's because I love you, Mark.
Davidson. I love you too. I have to ask about new Revocation.
Yeah.
Because I need it every year, but you just.
How many more do you want, Mark? Christ.
Let's see, I think 8 more.
8 more?
I think 8 would be sufficient.
All right, well, then we're done.
Then you're done.
Yeah. It's like a gypsy's curse. We have to fulfill the quota.
If you don't do it, I'll just disappear in the dust.
I'm actually 1,000 years old.
It's okay.
Like,
that's why you're so talented.
I can only be at rest. Once the final record comes out, yeah.
Yes, okay.
It's kind of like the Dark Carnival, like a Juggalo thing, maybe. I
don't say that.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? Yeah. So we're writing for it right now. We got a lot of cool songs in the works. I'm really excited about the material. I don't want to say too much about it, but it's definitely. I think we've been on a trend of getting sort of more and more death metal with every release, and I think the new record is only going to continue on down that path, and it probably will be our sort of most death metal album to date, but it's also super progressive and stuff. It's going to be like probably like a really mean progressive death metal record with some thrash elements too.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool.
Nice. We're obviously at the end of 2017. We always do year-end lists, but do you have a favorite record or favorite records that you've been jamming all year long?
Does it have to be metal or
no? It can be whatever you want.
I like that new Queens of the Stone Age record, Villains. I thought that was really cool. I like the newest Ayahuasca record a lot. Yin. I think that was 2017. That might be 16. The newest Suffering Hour is awesome. I think it's called In Passing Ascension. They're a band from Minneapolis. They rule. Yeah, it's
some good shit.
Yeah, it's some good shit right there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So 2018 will be Revocation's new record. It'll be the best record of the year.
I'm not making any promises, but I mean, it will probably come out in 2018. Yes, the way we're moving.
As long as you fulfill the prophecy, then you're okay.
I have to fulfill the prophecy.
You have to.
Yeah. Otherwise, I turn into like a
Juggalo. Dave, it's always a pleasure.
Likewise, man.
Revocation out right now. Go support them. Cheers.
Peace.
God is love.